Joe Biden's nasty. He's getting nastier. And let me explain what I'm talking about. Joe Biden's mean. He always has been mean. He's been a mean politician his entire career. The media sold everyone a bill of goods in 2020 when they were telling everybody, look at the nice old guy, Papa Joe. He likes ice cream and little kids a lot. But anyway, Joe's been a jerk forever. He's been a jerk to people on camera. I have the benefit, or I don't even know if you call it a benefit, of knowing a lot of people on Capitol Hill, House, Senate, so on and so forth. And I'll tell you a little inside baseball behind the scenes. When the cameras are off, Joe Biden's a jerk and always has been. Treats his staff like crap, treats people like crap. So we're used to Joe Biden being a little mean. But he's been extra mean recently, almost angry. Now, let's talk about the why, because it's important for you and me as American citizens. Is it you and I? I don't know, went to community college. Anyway, as American citizens, it's important for us to understand, why is our president so mean? First, let's deal with his political reputation. Now, understand, everybody's ambitious on some level, right? Maybe your goal is to be the best mom ever. Maybe you want to be the best accountant ever. Maybe you want to be the best baseball player. I don't know. But people have ambition. When you're a politician like Joe Biden, whether you're a city councilman or a senator, no matter who you are, everybody dreams of being president one day. Anybody who wants to get elected dreams of being president of the United States one day. But here's the problem with being president one day. It's risky, because you need to be president and have a decent reputation and serve 2 terms, or you go from, wow, that guy was president, to more, I don't know, think of like a Jimmy Carter. Oh, yeah. Remember when he was president? Joe Biden has worked his entire life, cheated, lied, stole, done everything humanly possible his entire life to be president one day. And now he's finally president of the United States of America. But here's the problem for Joe Biden. Joe Biden got elected at a time when communists now run the Democrat Party, in fact, run the entire United States government. And everyone around him, all his people, they're all committed communists. And they're all hell-bent on destroying the country. So there was no way Joe Biden's presidency was ever going to be popular or ever going to work. After all, is there a popular way somebody could walk into your home and set it on fire tonight? It was always going to be a disaster. The border was always going to be open. The economy was always going to go to crap. That's what communists do. They destroy things. So Joe Biden's facing the prospect of getting reelected, or more specifically, not being reelected, because he's so incredibly unpopular. Even CNN has an electoral map out showing Joe Biden getting curb stomped in 2024. JP Morgan, the finance giant, they even sell themselves as being nonpartisan. They're saying Joe Biden's going to drop out after Super Tuesday. And so that's a little bit of why Joe Biden seems so angry. That's a little bit of why Joe Biden gave a speech today at a church in South Carolina, and it sounded like this.
The word of God was pierced by bullets and hate, of rage, propelled by not just gunpowder, but by a poison. Poison that's for too long haunted this nation. What is that poison? White supremacy. Oh, it is. It's a poison. Throughout our history, it's ripped this nation apart.
Okay, so we'll get to the white supremacy part of that here in just a moment. But understand, I said there was a few different reasons why Joe Biden's so angry. He's watching his legacy fall apart. He's watching the prospect of being reelected fall apart. That hurts when that was your goal your whole life. That's one. 2, he has dementia. Everybody can see it. Everyone knows it. And people who have dementia, sadly, get really, 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 really nasty. It's part of what makes it such a vicious, vicious thing. You end up treating everyone, not just the public. You treat everyone like crap. It's something that makes people angry. That's 2. 3, these people hate you. And now we're at a place as a country where they feel as if they're so in control. They feel so secure about their power Now they feel comfortable telling you they hate you. They feel very, very comfortable. And remember, this is new. This is not normal for a president to blast the supporters of the other party. That has really not happened much in the history of this country, yet this president will get up and call you a Nazi endlessly.
He calls those who oppose him vermin. He talks about the blood of America as being poisoned, echoing the same exact language used in Nazi Germany. We must be clear. Democracy is on the ballot. Your freedom is on the ballot. So knowing how his mind works now, he had one act left, one desperate act available to him: the violence of January the 6th. And since that day, more than 1,200 people have been charged for their assault on the Capitol. Nearly 900 of them have been convicted or pled guilty. Collectively, to date, they have been sentenced to more than 840 years in prison.
Joe Biden's angry. Joe Biden's bragging about locking you up in prison. Joe Biden's watching it all come apart in front of his eyes. Now, I want to focus on the Nazi white supremacist things. I promised you I would a couple clips ago, and now you heard the Nazi stuff. Let's talk about this. Here's something here's some of the internal politics Democrats are facing for 2024. They went down to a church today. It was all about white supremacy and evil white supremacists and Nazis and you're evil. Let me prepare you for a lot of that in 2024. Why? Well, remember, these people, these political people like Joe Biden, he's a pro at this. There's no humanity left inside of them. There's no soul. There's nothing, virtually nothing. Unless he stubbed his toe, you could never get Joe Biden to shed a genuine tear about something. There's none of that left inside of them. None of that. So you have to understand that one. Two, because of that, everything is just about power. Every person they meet is somebody they can use for more power. When they talk about elections and the electorate, the citizens of this country, are simply divided up into friends, potential friends, enemies, friends who have to be coddled, enemies who have to be locked up. That's how they look at people. There's no humanity inside of them. And one of the demographics Democrats rely on in this country is black people. Black people have traditionally voted over 90% for Democrats. And so that's something most people know. But what a lot of people don't realize is this: Democrats bank on that. They take the black vote and they put it in the sure thing column. These black people, they are a sure thing. We're going to get 90%, and national elections are so close, they need that to stay 90%. It has to stay 90%. If it even drops down to 80, it's not like Republicans are about to win the black vote, but if it even drops down to 80, Democrats electorally will get wiped out across the board, all 50 states. They have to have that 90%. They have to bank on black people voting Democrat. But black people are angry with the Democrat Party because of the illegal immigration. It's flooding into the poor black neighborhoods, taking away their services, taking up their schools, taking things up. They're angry about it, and they're very concerned about holding that 90% number. Therefore, you're about to hear more open anti-white racism from Democrats in 2024 than you've ever heard in your life. And that will be what they consider to be Democrat outreach. You remember when Joe Biden famously stood in front of all those black people and told them Mitt Romney wanted to put them back in chains? You rolled your eyes and you groaned and you thought that was ridiculous. That was an appetizer compared to what's coming this year. Get ready for a whole lot more of that.